Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, well, she just suffered a mental breakdown on national TV. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please visit that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. And when you get there, please hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. The former Speaker of the House, 82 years old, she's losing it. And when she talks about candidates being too old, it's laughable. It's laughable because she ran again. She wants at least to be a representative till she's 84. And who knows how far beyond that she wants to go. But you can see in this video as she talks about quote-unquote cognitive decline she sees in former President Trump, trying to use the Biden attack on us, where she helped cover up Biden's cognitive decline for 3.5 years. Okay? Now they're trying to reverse that argument, and it's failing. But I want you to watch this, the desperation. She looks deranged in this video. The desperation, the fear that's starting to set in that, gosh, Trump might win this. And if he does, well, gosh, all my schemes and plans and dirty deals, they might be found out. Yeah, the rats are getting real scared. And you could see it in her bugged out, psychopathic eyes. I want you to watch this video of the once former Speaker and now deranged lunatic, Nancy Pelosi, and then let me know what you think in the comments.
Nancy Pelosi, it's great to see you, Speaker Pelosi, 2 days before the election, and there's so much I want to talk to you about: health care, abortion rights, everything at stake here. I do want to start with those comments because, I mean, your family knows better than just about any family in America the very real consequences of Trump's violent rhetoric, and I just want to get your reaction to what he just said at this rally, what we just played for the audience.
Good morning. Wonderful to be with you again on this weekend before the election. I think that what the ex-president just said is a further indication of his cognitive degeneration. You saw recently when he was talking about whether he chose electrocution or being eaten by sharks. Something's very wrong there. And indicative in it also is diminishing the power of the press, which is the guardian of our freedom in our country. So I think people who might thinking about voting for him have to know that he can't last as president for 4 years with his brain deteriorating at the rate that it is, and is clearly evident. And they may be voting for President Vance, which would be a horrible thing for our country. You're right. Our family has experienced the violence. Where is Nancy? Where is Nancy? Coming into our house, violating the sanctity of our home, the safety of my husband, looking for me, echoing what was said on January 6th in the Capitol. Where is Nancy? Where is Nancy? Was coming up to punish me for what I had said about Donald Trump.
And I raise it because I think there's a fear people have out there. And we saw some violent language. This wasn't an anomaly. As you and everybody knows out there who's watching, he had some violent language when he was discussing Liz Cheney this week. He suggested he would not be such a war hawk if she had guns trained on her face. His campaign doubled down on that language. He seems to be, I raise this because he seems to know what he's doing. And we've seen this before. Do you think he knows that he's potentially inciting violence against her, violence against you, violence against others who he raises and threatens publicly?
Well, it does have a chilling effect on people who may want to run for office to think that they would be endangering themselves or, more importantly, their families. But I will say this, because the Liz Cheney, you think that that would be something that would be so dispositive of people's votes. But there's some people whose only vote by the fact that they're very wealthy and they don't want to pay taxes, and their corporations don't want any protections. And that's really sad that their patriotism, they pledge allegiance to their tax return and not to our country and our Constitution and our future. And I will say this because what you said earlier about a woman's right to choose and all of the things that is implied in that in terms of safety and the rest for women. This is violence against women. He may not know that, but when he says things like, I want to protect women whether they like it or not, that is violence against women. Would you want your son to say that to anyone? Would you want your daughter to be told that? Would you want your husband to say that to you? Whether you like it or not, violence against women. Violence against women's safety by taking away women, disrespecting women in a life-threatening way in terms of their reproductive health. So women have a lot to lose in this election, but they, more importantly, have a lot to gain by the election of Kamala Harris. And let's talk about her instead of him when we talk about women.
Let's talk about her. And I, it's so exciting. I've women in politics. I haven't been a woman in politics as long or as high as you.